Welcome to
Can Talk.
hosted by myself, Kari,
Yes, Nick Emmett.
and we have two guests joining us today.
Yes,
Scarlett, everyone.
the one and only Scarlett Moon, and we cannot mention his name, so we're gonna call him Rockstar.
Rockstar
There we
Soul Boy.
Look at that hair, man.
It's longer than mine. It's long.
I know. But no, it looks that's good because I have shown him to take care of it.
Are you in a competition for who has the longest hair?
No, you can have longer things. It's fine.
I agree that.
What longer thing? Show us.
Oh well, I've shown it.
It's like, what are we talking about? Scarlett? It's like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking
I
about?
have to make room for it.
Okay.
You have serious.
Yes, I'm a tiny girl, Like
Stand
I'm a
up, let's see how tiny you are.
Like literally long legs, little middle.
Turn around, let's check. We've got to see the whole.
The whole tutti frutti. Oh my god. Okay, so you like me. You like me
Yes.
then. It's like,
My torso is not very like
There's not a lot
of space. Like I had to make room, like for things to happen. I had to make room.
Oh my gosh.
That's just the thing that needs to happen. You know, when you find what you want in life, you have to make room for it. It's like anything that you manifest.
That is.
and if your body's happy, it fits perfectly.
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah, it's just getting that fashion loose and just making space.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Lots of lube. Lots of lube.
Oh well, I don't need lube. I just
Oh!
need a man.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
So,
The juice is flowing well there. Hey?
So good. Rivers. At least
Is
it's not
that
my
like
tears.
a red blush or is it just a light that's from the
Yeah,
table?
I think it's the red light, but also at least it's rivers and it's not my tears that's rivers this time.
Okay.
hey,
Yes!
so I'm going to bring that up right now. Key to a happy life.
Yeah.
Make his dick hard, not his life. Make her pussy wet.
Yes.
And not her eye.
Not her eyes, exactly.
Like
Exactly.
literally, if
Makes sense.
your dick
Yeah.
is hard
Makes
and then
sense.
your balls are empty, you're going to be very happy. And if
Yeah.
your pussy's wet and you've had a good orgasm, post nut clarity for everybody.
That is what you need to do with any woman. Don't make her cry, just make her wet.
Yeah.
You just need to go somewhere else.
And train your man's balls.
Yes, yeah.
Train them.
Amen to that. I like that.
And if she has enough fluid for her eyeballs, you're not doing something right.
There we go.
She should be
I know it
dehydrated.
might be because it might be going in one hole.
Oh.
This one. So there's a gag reflex.
It's like, oh, cry me a river.
We learned that about 2 or 3 years ago. Oh my
It was
God.
these Chinese chicks busy talking. They like had their own podcast, and she said it, and the way she said it as well, you just sit there and you're like, shit, that
It's
is
so true.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so
It's
true.
so real.
Yeah, make
So-
it teary out in the right way.
That's it.
The right way.
So what is our topic here? What was that topic we're talking about then?
So we're going to talk a bit about
Tease.
tantric and
Sacred sexuality.
Sacred
Let's start-
sexuality.
Well, because it's basically tantra also, but tantra is not just sex, and a lot of people think tantra is literally penetration or getting to a point of penetration, and it's not. It's actually building a divine connection with your own
Own
intimacy by connecting with your body and then using someone else's body to build a deeper connection in yourself.
yes.
Wow.
That
It's
is
like
yeah.
having.
I'm confused already. I'm just used to sticking my.
It's like you're not like in
Okay.
hands.
You're gonna have to write this and draw pictures for me,
There
Scarlett.
is a course coming out where I'm
Are you serious?
teaching people exactly what it means, because physical touch and connection is the connection that we have with ourselves. You can only meet someone deeply if you've been deeply connected with yourself.
Yes.
So it's like kind of like masturbating, but not with yourself and with
Yeah,
others.
there's
without
not a lot
touching.
of like touching in that, but it's like
You could call it like energetic masturbation.
Yes, yeah, it's like a build up. Like it's literally being so intimate with someone energetically that you can have an orgasm even in that without being touched.
okay, like I'll give you an example. You know, like if you had to see my ass more than enough at the workshop, and it's gonna be teasing the whole day.
Yeah.
My brain will be building up, your brain will be
Okay.
building up, and then it's that whole thing of your body's gonna get to a certain point. It's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna give
I'm
you
with
a
you
little
now.
treat now.
Or even deeper than that. Even deeper, like breath. Sharing breath with someone. I think you can answer that. It's sharing your breath with someone is like, how does that work with tantra?
Well, it deepens the connection to the self and then deepens the connection to the other person, and then also just the like on a physical level, you are literally sharing each other's life force that's being
Life
expended.
force energy, and that is where sacred sexuality comes in. There's life force energy, because basically your cum is the most
Not
valued
just yours.
resource. No, I'm talking to this person, but everyone.
My cum's also a valuable resource, damn it, and so are the koalas.
He also has cum. But my cum is being talked about
So your
now.
cum is important. Just
Okay, carry on.
also
This is the first
and-
time someone's talking about my cum.
Okay, so what it is like to your body, it's very resourceful. So if you
Yeah.
think about it, all of your vitamins, everything is being put in there because it literally needs to create life. Okay, so creation force is from your creative
Wow.
center. So
Yeah.
every time you ejaculate, you are giving away a certain part of your life force as a man. That's why your energy gets drained. Because it actually is such a resourceful value. So if you can practice retaining your semen and still having an orgasm, it goes up, shoots into your spine, into your brain, into your pineal gland, and it actually activates a part of a man that will build his future. He can start dreaming. It activates the dreaming part in the man's brain, where he becomes more creative if he retains his semen. But you need to retain it and have an orgasm at the same time for it to spike up, and that's life force energy. We have life force energy because we are literally the portal for beings to come in, and we creative energy. However, men can also have multiple orgasms and not ejaculate and hold on to that energy. So Tantra can play on that, where you don't have to have sexual penetration, but you work with life force, you work with your breath,
So
your body.
the connection with your partner is a very important thing.
Sacred. It's
It's a
actually
language,
really
but
sacred.
It's also a language. I always refer to it as a language. If you
Yeah.
can't communicate in that
Body talk.
language, body talk,
Yeah.
nothing else is going to flow naturally.
That's it. And also, women, we take on energy. We literally take on energy. Men contain us, and we become part of the container of the man. So every time a man has sexual intercourse with a woman, we would take on the energetic field of what he is, because we take on. Men give life, women receive life.
So we basically, in a way, we kind of take him.
Yes, we take. So if a man's not in a good place, a woman can feel it. And then the man blames the woman because she's taking on. So women, look at women as like feminine energy as water. They are like the stormy seas. We can literally go through fucking rocks if we have to. We come cyclones. We can be very hectic. And the man is the structure of that. So a woman can flow around it. If a woman is in a toxic environment or in a structure that's unsafe, the woman would show up first in a relationship of what that means. She can only mirror what the man is giving to her. That is feminine energy. Is we mirror the masculine because we are water, we consume, we take on. So if it's unbalanced, if your woman's going a little bit crazy and stuff, you need to ask yourself, why is the structure is unsafe? She needs to move around me. She's feeling like she needs to expand. She needs to hold, and she becomes the storm. If the structure, the shift is like look at it as like a ship, is strong, he can endure any storm that she brings. But see, if his structure is not, she would consume him
like a little rowboat.
Yes, and then we blame each other because we're not understanding the energetic force, how it works.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Welcome to sacred sexuality.
And you see, this is the whole thing people are going to say, especially like, well, they're going to think like, especially when you say the word sacred, they're going to be like, okay, no, you're going to some type of religious topic. No.
But there's nothing wrong with praising a man and making him the bigger thing than you, because women are small. We are fragile. We are like that soft flower. However, we can be the storm. We can be like very destructive. We can bring in life and take it out. Dynamite.
Is that why some relationships literally don't last? Because the energy is just not right.
It's not balanced, and
then we
there's
blame each other for the.
It's also
wrong
inner child
things
work.
We don't understand.
Also, that is a lot to do with like the way you were brought up as a child, the love that you didn't receive. Your first mirror for love is the way your parents teach you. Like that is it. So if there's any needs that wasn't met, we are going to continue looking for a partner that would meet the unmet needs that we are not meeting as ourselves. So basically, we're putting mommy and daddy roles, and we're employing little characters to play it. And we need to get to a point where we decide, listen, I am the adult, and this is my inner child. I can look after me, and if I can fulfill my own needs, that backwards and forward doesn't happen in relationships anymore. because I'm happy and I can take care of me and you can take care of you. Therefore, you can now receive what I can give you, and vice versa.
You gel
So
together.
that's that whole
Jesus,
energetic
Scarlett.
thing. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
wow, man. You
And
should teach this stuff.
I am.
Good.
That's what I do for a living. It's like I show people how to love themselves and to love each other.
That's
Just love.
something like I had to really try and show Nick.
Yes.
I can only describe it like this to your everyday person. You have to be selfish. Like you have to put yourself
Yeah.
first.
Yes.
Because if you can't love yourself,
Yes.
how are you gonna love somebody else? And that's just in the broad spectrum of
Yes.
things. It goes down to like from the
Yeah.
smallest things to the
But
biggest.
also to bear in mind is as a woman, we need the men to be selfish and look after themselves and look after their girl. They're the structure. They need to be strong. They need to look after that. And a woman has to claim herself, reclaim herself. She's not someone's property. We're not, because if you look at it in like our history, where woman comes from, we've been sold off as property. That's in our genetic code. It's literally printed into us to manipulate. Women are manipulated, like we are masters at manipulation because we were suppressed for so many years. So there is an inherent skill that we have to manipulate. And I had to swallow that hard pill. I was like, I don't manipulate. And then I realized, oh, sometimes I would wear a specific thing to get a specific outcome because I know he likes
Okay,
it and all of that.
It's
Yeah.
almost like our brains are, they literally like, okay, this is how it's going to work. Because our brains are naturally
We
like
feel
for
unsafe.
us.
We feel unsafe. Every woman on this planet right now has a part of her that feels super unsafe. If it's the structure she's in a relationship, if it's the boardroom she's sitting in, the world's not structured for women to flow as water. We can't. We have to look after ourselves because our communities have been broken down. We don't sit with each other anymore, so we don't have support from women at all. We don't have the structure of men working together to keep the structure strong. If we stayed in communities and there was men working together, a woman would be less jealous. They wouldn't want a specific man because they'll have the safety of all men. And that makes a difference. So now we are separated as beings and we are looking, women are looking for the best man, the best security, the best this. So now we're competing with each other. Oh, you're
BMW.
married. I'm not married. So it means your man actually brings some value. He might be secure and safe. And then women chase men that's married. Men always boggle that. Why when men are married, women want them more? It's because they look safer.
They've been validated.
But that's the whole
Okay.
thing, they look safer.
Yeah,
not
no, but
necessarily.
are they?
She's
You
good.
never know. You never know. It's like, oh my god, I have him now. I don't know what to do with him. He's not safe. Like time out. Like fucking pee, warning. Fucking burn it all to the ground and run. Yeah, that's what happens.
So let's talk about your like first tantric experience.
Yeah.
If you
Tell
can
us.
remember it,
Oh,
or your
juice.
favorite one that you've had.
So to be honest with you, I've never actually. I have all of the knowledge and I can apply it, but I've never experienced it to a level because I've never actually found a person to practice it with.
Yes.
Because my energetic field is so important to me that it's not just something you can explore with anyone. Even the teachers in South Africa, a lot of the teachers of Tantra is in it for themselves. So it's a very sacred thing, and I've been wanting and needing that part to be met, and it's difficult. You can't just give away trust. Like trust is earned.
But now you have Rockstar.
Yes, we do. Like
You can touch me, bro. You can touch me. No.
So yeah, like we have not gotten to
You gotta
the place
practice
of
on this
like,
guy.
you know what? We are practicing a lot of other things also. You know, there's like rope
But you
work
see, it's
and
the trust that's building up, which
That's
you
it.
need.
That's
That's
it.
fantastic.
I need the security because I've been chased my whole life for how I look, all this and that. There is the experiences as a woman of like only being desired sexually.
But you were always beautiful.
Thank
I've
you.
taken
Not
photos
not
of
just
you.
always, she's still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm not going to
No.
I've made that in a good way. Always since I've known you. You have been like right up until now.
Yeah.
Oh God, I've been funny, you know. I've been
Yeah.
following you for years.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, I've taken photos of Scarlett before.
Photos, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I know I'm still
That's
trying
some
to get him
amazing
to
photographs.
take
man.
photos, but he doesn't reply to my messages.
I have replied.
And then I don't reply. It's like a whole thing.
Yes.
I guess that's just life. It happens. Every single happen when the universe says it will.
Yeah, it's all
Literally.
about timing. That's it. Yeah.
And then also with the Tantra thing, it's everyone thinks that it's this like whole thing as we discussed in the beginning. But Tantra starts in the morning, making your partner a cup of coffee, showing up in the way that she wants you to show up, and showing her your love in her love language.
I'm with you.
Because you can show
I'm
someone
Like,
love in
scream
your
at
love
me! No, I'm just
language,
joking.
and it doesn't show up the same as when you're showing up in their love language. And so that's how you start tantra, really. I mean, yes, you can send intention and all of these
Small kind
things,
things.
but like meditate together,
Sometimes small
breathe
things too
together,
small.
work out together,
Yeah.
cook together, do these things
Get
together.
an
so
alignment
that-
energetically.
yeah, because everyone does everything separately, work
I
and
agree
life,
with you.
and then they're in the bedroom together, and they're like, "Come on, you should know me
Then
intimately
there's
because
pressure
we're in the bedroom."
and
Literally,
Yeah.
like,
But
okay,
you've done
they go to-
nothing,
they
and
go
you
to
know,
work
when
in
you're
the
cooking
morning.
together, like, I don't like the way you're cutting the onions, and maybe it's big.
100%.
You're frustrating me
It's
because
your
I'm cleaning
bed.
as you're going, whatever it is.
People wake up in the morning, they're so busy, and then they separate, and you go to work, and
Yeah,
then she
and
goes
you
to
just
work,
connect energetically.
and then
Yes.
come back at 6 in the
Yeah.
evening,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
And
Eat
if one of
together,
you's
and
had
then
a bad day, it
Right.
instantly it's
Yeah.
like he's had a bad day, then he pumps that magic bad juju into her.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm getting this. I'm getting this
I'm
now.
getting it.
I think it's just bad juju.
I'm
all
learning.
around.
And like couples realize they can't pack the car together for a holiday without strife, but they can somehow make love. Like, which one should be the easier one
Pick
to
a
do?
lane.
You know. So if you can do like life well and integrate with one another, then you can apply these tantric principles. But if you aren't there yet, where you can cook a meal with somebody, probably shouldn't be sleeping together in the first place. So just like figure shit out and
Yeah, incompatibility is a thing, and it's a thing that we don't speak about. It's because we
There
are
we go.
taught that love prevails everything. Love
Yes.
can make it work. And do you know what? There is a factor of incompatibility, wanting different things in life. And I don't think in the beginning stages of relationships, people are actually speaking about things honestly, about the do's and don'ts. You've got like a set core values, that's what you want, and then you've got a flexi. And sometimes your core goes to flexing and vice versa, but you have to have these discussions. And then because we are taught that love prevails everything, you stick with someone because this is what you do when you love someone, but there is incompatibility, you can grow apart. Relationships ebb and flow.
I've been there.
Doesn't stay the same, it changes all the time. And the relationships that actually last is the people that sits through these storms and they look at things and they let the relationship shift away, come back together, because every time it comes back together, it becomes stronger. Because you allow someone to have the freedom to grow individually and not just together.
and not break the person down.
Yeah.
Some partners have this whole thing of they break their partner down because
Yeah.
successful.
Yeah,
I
successful.
agree. I've seen
Especially
that
women
too.
to men, because they want to feel bigger, and then also there's some men that needs to feel bigger, and because they feel small, they'll break their partner down. The smaller thing in the
works
relationship.
vice versa.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
and then that dominance or that competition in everyday life become competition in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And now you're competing with this person you're supposed to be having this sacred union with, and it's
Intimate.
all just
And then what happens? You either come too quick or your window doesn't work because now it's performance based.
Or she's dry as a friggin' dry well. Who knows?
It's
I don't know.
performance based.
There we
So
go.
like then like the whole pressure of life just like starts sinking in, and intimacy
And
is
it-
into you,
yes.
I see. It's like it's a place where truth can be there and you feel safe enough to express that. And that happens over time. Like people expect people to just trust me. But fuck, if I've only known you for like a couple of weeks, like your words and your actions, you haven't built trust. Trust gets built over time. And it's the same with intimacy in the bedroom with the hookup culture. It's so easy to just go and fuck someone else, but now think about the energetic exchange. And there's also further than that on a quantum field, you have entanglement. So I basically see everyone as a little universe. You have your energetic levels and you're a little universe, and in your universe there's things happening. There's other planets and other things interfering. So as soon as you entangle in someone's universe, you stay there. You stay connected energetically to that person. You entangle in their energy, you take it on. So if you're just gonna have a hookup culture where you are sleeping with just multiple people,
partners.
you get entangled with their energy, and then wherever they go and whatever they do with their energy, it has an impact on you. So you have to be in a really strong space to be able to clear your energy, but it still stays entangled. You still have on a quantum field you matched with someone in some form or in a way, and it doesn't even have to be an intimacy. Just bringing someone into your life, a friend, literally alters your quantum field and what your destiny is going to be and how you're going to get there. Because their choices impacts your life, and just deciding not to have your cup of coffee in the morning literally changes the quantum field and everything that's going to happen in your day. Because that cup of coffee could have put you on the road quicker, you could have missed the accident.
Just
and
like
so
the other
forth.
morning when I went to work early,
What happened?
and I didn't have a cup of coffee.
Sounds like a mistake.
I was
happened?
Muslim. I was missing
It
it.
was what a day though,
Yeah.
but something so small and like that's all it changes.
Well, Friday morning, I had to get up early, 5
Yeah.
o'clock, and bolt
And it
quickly and
just flew
finish the
everything.
cars quick before the clients fest.
And I was still at gym.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot his cup of coffee and
Yeah.
I'm like,
So
And
it's
then
your
it's
fault.
just like it's
so technically it
And
was my fault.
I was Jim McCarr.
No,
But in a way, if you look at it, it's like what you bring to the relationship, the value. You show up with the coffee for him, it makes a difference. That's that.
I'm gonna put a telephone next to my bed, an old ringer telephone. I can phone you or I can phone Fiona and just say coffee alsjeblieft.
No, coffee universe.
Oh, when no, you'll get hold of me if he's going.
Ah, yeah.
Super pasta. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
Pasta.
What
Fuck
time was it? What time in the morning was it?
I got it. It was the first time since I come back from Canada that actually reminded me of Canada.
Okay, is that
That's
cold?
3 years because it was cold.
Right.
It was pitch black outside,
Okay.
so it reminded me of Canada. Cold,
How
pitch
many
black outside,
meters
and
of
quiet,
Yeah.
and I was by myself.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it reminded me of Canada when I used to wake
And
up
how
in
did
the
that
morning.
make you feel? I changed your vibrational
Yeah,
frequency
100%,
to what you were experiencing there.
It
Yeah.
was fucking weird.
You
'Cause
find
when you got to
yourself-
work, I told her straight away. I felt like I was back in
Yes,
Canada.
and it's that
Yeah.
vibrational frequency. That is how sensitive the field is. That one memory can
Feels
adjust and
crazy.
change, and like it change everything. And because your magnetic field has adjusted, it's like a radio station. Different things can tune into it. So it's going from your English station to Jacaranda Afrikaans. All of a sudden,
Yes.
you get all of these drunk, fucking double brandy and coke people tuning in, and you're like, "What the fuck's going on?" It's just like that time I did this thing, and it's because your vibrational core frequency had a dip and it
Yeah,
changed. And
yeah.
then the magnetic field opened up to align the timeline that you used to do that's actually still in the present moment to that. Sorry, yeah.
Yes.
And it's healthy. It's also it's how you deal with something. as
Yes,
well.
that's it. Being aware.
going
Yeah.
forward, moving on with things, dealing with something.
Not getting
just-
stuck now in that loop because it's so often that people get stuck, they get pulled right back into it, and then they loop it themselves into something that doesn't even exist anymore. It's just a base frequency that we can remember because it is relevant now in the present, but it's past, present.
That is crazy, man.
Okay,
But
so
then also, this isn't necessarily a bad thing that this happened.
No,
No.
no, 100%.
So what happens is you will often then resort to your habitual mind pattern programs.
Yeah.
And so you will think in that negative mind frame or whatever it is, positive, whatever it is that you're doing this emotional time jump to.
Yes.
And now, often, the only time we can actually confront and or change the program is to access that program first.
Yeah.
So you now, from this operating system of where you are on this timeline, access that timeline's program.
And now you can like
And now
change
you
it
can
and alter it.
become aware of those mental patterns and be like, oh, this is how this new update has eradicated those, but that's still running in the background. Let me just shut that
Yeah.
off quickly.
It sometimes also comes up so that you can see that you've actually made progress. It's your higher self going and saying, can you remember that time that you were so cold and alone? Now you don't have the coffee, but you have someone that makes the coffee to you.
Yeah.
It's basically just bringing that mirror.
Exactly what I said to you. I compartmentalized things in
Yes.
my brain. I just kind of took that and I put it in the back, and I was like, okay, I have to do this now.
And that's your old
There we
brain. You
Yeah.
call it the old brain, and the old brain
And
likes
this is my
to bring
new
up
life, and I
patterns.
must concentrate on this. I'll get back to you just now.
Yeah, and you can now also, you've got like something to actually, it's like a hologram that you can put over and you can actually look at it and be like, this is how far I've come.
Yeah.
Look at my life
Exactly.
now. Like, wow. But people get stuck in that feeling because they think feelings last forever.
You know what? On my phone, I still have a timeline when I was with Fiona.
Yes.
I still have that timeline when I went to Canada,
Yes.
and I deleted some stuff, but I kept some stuff
Yes.
because when I scroll and I look through, I actually enjoyed looking
Yeah,
at that
you've got
timeline
that reference.
to remind me, okay, that was beautiful back then.
Yes.
I did struggle.
Yeah.
I did fuck up.
Yeah,
You
you've
know
got a
what I'm saying?
reference. It's
You know
like a little time capsule
Yeah.
because also memory gets distorted with time. So every time you remember a memory, you distort it based on what you are feeling right now. So if you don't have a time capsule, like a journal or photos or something, you will distort your memories of something and you can't
Okay.
actually go straight back to it. A photo takes you straight back to the memory itself.
That
and it
is
doesn't
so
distort
cool.
it. Yeah.
And that's where also I think smell comes
Yes.
in. And
Yeah. Time
a
capsules.
rainy day or cloudy day, sunny day,
It's something
small
that takes you
things
back
like
to that
that,
memory.
yeah.
Oh,
Like
wow.
the ocean.
Yes.
We like both of us, the ocean is such a grounding place.
I know, like
And you
beside it is like
You're always at the ocean.
yeah, like I go there, I like
Must
clean
be
my soul, please.
Yeah. For us, it's like we sit there on that beach and we're actually so small. It's such
Yes.
a wide world.
That is
out
exactly
there.
what the ocean reminds me about. Is when I see the ocean, I was like, people think that they've got such a lack mentality where they're like, so little opportunities. So things. Look at like, just go look at the ocean, so vast and big. There's so much out
Crazy,
there
man.
that we don't even
Crazy,
know.
man.
But it's the world. People have like
Yeah.
they see the big picture and then all of a sudden they're like, no, but this is gonna get in my way.
But that's that back brain that you were talking. That's the
Yeah.
old brain, and the old brain keeps us stuck into patterns because it's basically your ego, and your ego is your operative system, and it's actually your mind key. You just have to update it. It's just trying to keep you safe. So it would remind you if your body is
Okay.
dysregulated, and that's also part of Tantra, is getting regulation in your nervous system.
Yeah.
Because if your nervous system is stuck out of whack, you can't actually really connect with anything,
Yeah.
including yourself. Because your operative system is like your body is like your Merc. This is your vehicle. Your soul's coming down to this earth that it cannot access without the body. So the body is the vehicle, and the ego is the mapping system.
So it needs a service.
Yeah, it needs. Yeah, and
It needs a service and an update.
if it doesn't have that, you're not eating well, you're not sleeping well. There's warning bells. Then your mapping system says, "Bro, your fucking tires is flat.
Yeah.
You can't drive." So that work, that job, that new job you want to get. Remember the time when you were 3 years old and you got like you can't do that because it's actually trying to find a point of reference to keep you safe. So the safer you are in your body, using Tantra,
Yes.
using breathing, using meditation, using yoga, all of those things, the safer your mapping system will become. And then when the mapping system says, okay, the vehicle's shot to go, where are we going, human, where are we going? Then you can start adding things and updating the maps. And then you can say, this person's actually safe. When you are dysregulated as a human, you are not making safe choices based on partners and sexual intercourse. And then it dysregulates you more, and then it becomes the enmeshment energy where you have this trauma bond and you don't understand, and it's like, bro, just look after your car. Like your tires is flat, you don't have oil in it, start with those things, and then you can listen to what the ego says. So ego deaf, it's like asking your car to have seize your engine in the electronic system. It's literally the one thing that you can't do. You need to see it as like, if your ego comes up, it's just trying to keep you safe. You can eventually get there and say, oh, ego, so cute of you bringing up this thing from school, but we're not in school anymore. Let me remind you.
We're
grown
grown up now.
And then
We're
it's like,
adulting now.
and then it's like fair point. You scared of something. Let me see what it is. Oh, I'm lacking information with this new job. Maybe I can just enlighten myself. And then if you actually follow that urge, you're like, fuck, you were right. This dude's a cunt. Like, yeah,
There you go.
there. So it's all about regulation. That's where Tantra starts, is regulating yourself in the relationship so that you can feel each other is safe. Because you come from a safe environment, which is your boss, come home, and you take it out on your partner.
You all need to follow this lady
Yes.
and take advice here and get your services done and change your tires.
Look,
Okay.
we're
If
the
you're
two
listening,
that
and look
love
after your car.
we're the two that love talking about sex, but
Yeah.
we're even learning.
Yes.
It's like,
And I don't mean the car that you drive to work and back.
Yeah, your vehicle.
Your vehicle.
Your fleshy onesie. Because I mean, you are so
a
having
fleshy onesie. Oh
That's
my word,
awesome.
that's really cool. Definitely not a skin suit.
And I see you have some tattoos in your fleshy onesie.
Yes, I do. Like I have, this is my spiritual arms. I've got the sun, moon, the all-seeing eye, which is your pineal gland and all of that. I've got plants that represents earth and the sand, which is also earth, and the wind and water, everything there. And like I've got lots of tattoos.
Okay.
And I've got my
Keep showing.
plants, and this is all my favorite flowers, and it's going to become a plants and animal arm.
And Mr. Rockstar?
The one-
canvas.
He's lying. He's got one on his penis.
Have you got one on your
Yeah,
penis?
basically a measuring tape.
Are you serious? Show us.
Oh my word, it's like, but that is so cool.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Thomas is taking
Oh,
it.
fuck!
Okay, now you're going to have to get one.
Oh,
I
No,
should take
I went
that,
to
should be
prison,
quite
came out
cool.
unscathed. No, I didn't go to
Damn.
prison.
Oh, it means he didn't drop the soap, guys.
okay.
Oh, surprise butt sex.
It's basically just that I have commitment issues, and
Okay.
I always had this
Commitment
concept
issues.
where
Now you tell me.
I had this concept where I wouldn't have the same poster on my bedroom wall
Yeah.
for my whole life. It would change.
Because you had to buy it and it cost money. You could just
And
replace it as a
so I
child.
thought to myself, if I could have a photo or a picture or whatever it was on my fridge and look at it every day, and at the end of that year, still love that photo enough to still have it on my fridge, then that would be a picture or an icon or whatever it would be that I could then put on my body. But just the same way I changed my screensaver on my phone and I changed the decor on my place, permanent change in the body.
Doesn't
I
sound
don't
really
know,
good for me,
you know?
you guys.
So
I'm gonna be
seriously,
trained
no
in-
tattoos.
Not one, yeah.
Not one yet.
And plans to?
Next time my face.
Well, the first time I make $1 million on a crypto token or meme coin, then I'll get that meme token or crypto coin tattooed on my body. So
Guess what
that's
I'm
the deal I
starting?
made with my brother.
A token.
Yeah.
So that you can tattoo my name on him.
A Scarlett moon token.
Oh, there we go.
Well, to the moon, right?
To the moon and back. Yeah.
To the moon and back, the
Yeah.
Scarlet Moon.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
token. If I buy my token, I want my name tattooed on them, please. Like, if anyone is interested in investing in my business, I've now just started
You're
a
gonna like and
business.
follow this human.
Here's another question I was like,
Okay, what?
are you doing OnlyFans? Are you not doing OnlyFans?
So I'm
Yes,
not.
you would.
I'm
Do
not.
OnlyFans.
Yes. So I stopped actually doing OnlyFans about 2 years ago.
Why?
Because it was never actually something I started intentionally. So the whole story is quite funny.
Yes, tell the story. Tell the story. Here we go.
Story time, guys.
Yeah.
I was a very big advocate for the whole freedom nipple and women being allowed to do what they want to
I
do
remember.
with their bodies on the
I
internet.
remember.
So because on social media there were standards that you can't show the nipple with the whole breast, I
Yes.
had to take the nipples out, and then it became like a thing. People kept asking, can they pay to see my nipples? And then I was like, okay, this is like something that could be something. Let me look into it, because I'm
I can make some
shooting.
money, man.
I am shooting the content already, and it was nice, fine art, and I didn't actually have anywhere to really showcase it.
Yes.
So I found Patreon, and I went onto Patreon, and this is a shit platform to use because you have to use external things. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Then I heard about this OnlyFans things, and I was one of the first content creators in South Africa on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I just went there. It was simple. It looked like Facebook. I was like, fucking A. Like, I did zero effort. I did not do a lot of effort. If I actually shot pornography, I would have been a millionaire. I didn't do pornography. I did sexy striptease videos because I was a burlesque dancer, and I did my nude. Well, at that time, I just haven't been performing because of COVID destroyed the industry.
Yes. All right.
And so I uploaded there, and it was amazing because it was dollars that I left overseas, and I traveled with it. So it was great side hustle. I had my production company. I didn't need the money. No, I didn't do it for those reasons.
Yes.
And then COVID hit, and it just took off. Every radio station wanted to know about me because obviously in COVID, women needed help. I started coaching quite a lot of women to make money, and I just went with it. I was like, someone actually has to be vulnerable and speak about it because people think it's these low class or druggies that's doing it. And then I eventually went on to exposing quite a deep, ugly webpage that was not just releasing photos of the OnlyFans girls, but also of their daughters and wives, and it was this thing. So I started working with the hawks to try and take these people down, and then I was on carte blanche on the.
I remember that.
Jeez,
And it just
snowball.
I just went with it because I was like,
My
the universe
photos
needed
were
it.
on there.
Yes.
Yes,
My
yeah.
photos were on there.
So I
remember
just
that.
went with it, and then now that COVID's kind of over and stuff, I can go back to the things that I love
I'm with.
shooting beautiful big projects.
I
Everyone
remember.
knew, and
I remember.
nudity was just the thing that was added to it, and I went with it because it did help a lot of people.
Yes.
It really put a bar out there and a standard out there because I wasn't scared of being vulnerable. I'm not ashamed of who I am.
That's how I remember you as well.
Yeah, and I did it, and it came to its conclusion where I was getting super bored. I was not doing it for the money, and it was just, you can only take a naked photo so many times, and then it's just a nude photo. And then I just decided I want to focus on my coaching, and my coaching is the main thing. If I didn't go through all of that, I wouldn't have gotten to know men as good as what I do, and I wouldn't be able to coach. And that's one of my biggest things that I do is I help men transmute sexual energy into life force energy so that they can get over porn addiction, over their sexual addictions, and actually release themselves from the lower chakras that whoever's in control, the fucking lizards or whatever you want to call them, is keeping men in their lower vibrational frequency. Because if men can dream for themselves, they will dream for their families and other things, and corporations won't have men working for them.
Yeah.
And that's where my passion is. It's like I know that the other side of
I'm
it,
with
where
you.
porn is an addiction, porn. If I didn't experience all of those things, I can't do my life's journey. I can't. It literally enabled me to be who I am. And now I've got compassion, so I'm working with men, and then I'm helping women on the other side to bridge the gap between the masculine and the feminine, so that we can come together again, so that we can actually love and, for the first time, have union. Because we have been separated for many years, and it happened with separating men from women. When they took the men away, the men had no desire to build things at home. They're tired. They were building other men's dreams. They were doing that.
Yes.
And then wasting away your sacral energy, your sacred energy, and like
Yeah.
wasting it by watching porn and things keeps you low vibration. Because all of your life force, all of your dream energy, all of your creator's
Yes.
energy is being wasted. They want you to bust your nuts for no reason because it
Thrown
keeps you
away, yes.
they're demotivated. It keeps you in a lower frequency. It keeps you in a place where you're not embodying what a masculine should be, because they need you to work for them. They need you to build their dreams.
Pay for all
if
their
men-
Motherfuckers.
Yeah,
no, literally.
like it's paying bills for women. Also, like there's like a thin line here, guys. Don't just withdraw. Like
Yeah.
please stay committed to supporting the woman that's also doing the work. Because in the end of the day, there's so many amazing content creators, women, that are meeting men in a very low place of their lives. And I think OnlyFans was the best opportunity to break women away from being controlled in a sex industry that was not up to them,
I
and
agree
then
with
putting them in a safer environment where they're giving proper interaction to men that really need it. So there's that whole thing of sex is therapy. It can be very, very therapeutical if you actually look at it in its full spectrum dynamic. And not that it's daily or like everyone helps. Everyone had, if you are here understanding your mother and father fucked.
Yeah, you were created. There's only one way you were created.
You
Sorry
see,
mom, sorry dad.
Straight out
Oh,
of
dad
Scarlett
from heaven.
Moon's mouth. There you go.
And there's nothing to be
Fact.
ashamed of, but
That's
also
it.
keep it in a shame cycle. It's guilt and shame. Give men already struggle with guilt and shame because of how they were brought up. They can't cry, they can't do that. So now add sex to it, the thing that is the most empowering, because if you take your sexual energy, you can create anything. It's creation energy. If you orgasm and you manifest at that very moment in time, as partners, if you both want a goal, you want to achieve a goal, literally when you have an orgasm and you both think about your future vision, you literally transmuting that into, you birthing a project, because it's what births children.
I agree with that
That's what
1000%.
we always said. What
My boys.
in the universe.
Yes, and we are the universe inside. We have the womb, the gates. When we orgasm, we open up the gates of the universe.
Got
Literally.
that.
Yeah.
My
So,
two boys are watching that.
yeah. It's literally like, stop fucking with intention, guys. You can be a millionaire tomorrow. Just do it properly.
I think that's where it's also people like us. We are very, very different because we have big dreams, we have big goals. We know things are possible.
Yeah, we're
Like
creating
anything is possible.
So, yeah. So, and one thing I got there from you as well, what is like, don't just catch a wank watching the porno and busting your nut, throwing your energy away for nothing.
I'm not saying
Like,
don't
into
pleasure
the
yourself.
tissues, yeah.
I'm not
For
saying don't
nothing.
pleasure yourself. Like self-love, actually
Yes.
masturbating is really, really good for you.
Yeah.
Having that body, that love connection, because that's your creative energy. You're creating more love on yourself. I'm not saying that watching porn is a bad thing. It's just you need to be aware. What platform are you watching it on? Like, for instance, Pornhub or Orange YouTube. I noticed that's a new way of saying it. Orange YouTube. I was like, okay, new youngsters, I'll take that on. It's also being sued for billions and billions because there's so many women that got trafficked, uploaded, everything. They've got lawsuits. So if you engage in a certain method of doing it, you are taking on the energetic level of it. So
And
it's
supporting those.
being
people.
conscious.
It's a free
Look
trade.
in your life. What are you actually watching and consuming in your life? It's not just the fucking pizzas that's making you unhappy and fat. It's literally everything you're consuming. So are you watching pornography where the woman is enabling herself, independent, literally being the director, scripting, she's fucking working in her life, she's owning her body? Or are you watching pornography where she's not in control? It's a big thing where you need to see the energetic level, because what you're creating there is more of that. You're releasing your creative energy and you're asking the universe, give me more of that. So in the flip side, you are creating more suffering for whatever is on the other side
On
too.
the other side. I
So
agree.
it's this whole
so much.
dynamic where what you are and what you do is directly reflected into the mirror of what that is and what is happening there. It's just becoming conscious about like, where am I spending my energy? And if your life is already full, you need to be like, fuck, you stop taking that on. It's like you're wasting away. And as a man, it's really, a woman can orgasm, or it empowers us because we take on energy. Men need to really like control their sexual energy to bring it in. If you look at all of the billionaires and entrepreneurs and stuff, they know how to retain their sexual energy. They use it in the pineal gland to activate their dream state. And when they start dreaming, they can start achieving things. And then they work for themselves and they achieve all of these things. And it's a known thing. It's very ancient. I want to say technology. I like to use technology for things like this, but the knowledge itself is ancient. But it was taken away. Why? And it was replaced with something that would drain you. It's because they wanted to control you. That's it. They wanted. And pussy whip is a thing. I mean, I really don't blame men. Women are beautiful. It's fucking lacquer to watch a woman being free and sexual. There's
But
nothing
the same as
beautiful.
a man.
Yeah,
Watching a man being free
yes,
and
and sexual, and actually owning his creative space. It's amazing.
But respecting the man for who he is as well. I'll put it like this: there are women out there that don't actually respect the man in the sense of loving them for who they are. Like
who they are.
Yes.
Not what they want the man to be.
Who they are.
Yeah.
Inside.
Keep rubbing.
It's like who they are inside. Like, you don't love somebody.
Dick activated.
Ding.
But it's like,
Yeah.
you love somebody for who they are on the inside. The outside is a bonus. That's how I look at it.
That is it. But there's also like a little bit of a thing, the fine line with like feminine movement, and like there's a whole thing of women are materializing no space for men. And the reason why, so for a long time I was like on the fence with like the way I was being treated as a woman by men and like this. And then I realized like, and this is what my mission is, and this is why I work with women, is women need to drop back into being nurturers, okay? And actually make room for the men so that they can express the feelings that they could never express. They've gone to fucking war and back for centuries and they couldn't cry. Okay? Men are so suppressed, and women actually have the capability to man up and actually be like, whoa, we need men. Women can, there's one thing with feminine energy, and this is something that a lot of women would fight me about. You cannot fully be in your feminine energy without a masculine container, because that is how masculine and feminine energy works. That's consumed. The man is the structure and the woman is what's inside of it. It's like a candle in the wind.
I'm with you,
Okay. So a woman can only fully embody being a woman in a masculine, and I'm saying even women that are like other women, I'm talking about masculine and feminine in a non-gender role, in an energetic role. And I came to realize that men really need help. And it's not a bad thing. We got the help. Women were suppressed, and then we fought to the point where we are now. We are doing actually well. But now what's happening is, if we continue, we don't need a man. We're actually going to flip the switch, and we are going to suppress men. And that is not healthy.
I've seen that.
It needs to, there's a fine balance where we need to understand this. Like, we want containment. I don't know where this bullshit story comes out, like, I want to go. Woman's energy does not work on a 9 to 5. Men, their energy gets rebalanced every day. So they can go out and do things. They do it. Women are beings. We need to flow, ease into things. So throughout a month, our energy levels changed with our cycle. Changes. So we can't work as hard if we approach our periods, for instance. But then we're in a 9 to 5. And then we're tired. And then we can't do things.
We'll go through highs and lows in that sense.
Yeah,
that's the energy aspect.
And then we're motivated and we can do shit, and then we can't, and then we're in a 9 to 5 job, which is a masculine thing, do, and women literally break themselves down to a point. So the energetic field needs to change completely. Women need to get to know their cycles, and actually, when I started realizing, fuck, I'm actually not useless. Because it's that I'm trying to launch a project in the time when I have zero capacity. I just want to be on the couch in shitty pajamas, cry over fucking stupid videos, and eat snacks. Yeah, and then I'm like, no, but Scarlett, you've got this thing that you need to launch. Remember, you need to do.
Yeah.
And then I would break myself down. It's like, why am I so useless? And then I realized, oh no, just literally portal.
Just the cycle.
The portal didn't bring in a human from the other side of the soul. It's kind of your body's like, fuck, not again. damn it, woman, like, now I need to shed my layer, and this is so like hectic, and then you feel so hectic, where you could just give yourself rest and understanding, and be like, okay, cool, it's
Finding
funny for
your
this.
balance.
Yeah, and then eat right for that, train right for that, do those things. So it's easy. Okay, so a man understands a woman's cycle, it becomes easier to deal with her. There's a certain time in her cycle where you would get a yes answer, and there's certain times that you would get a no. If you're gonna ask her closer to her period about something like really like let's have a threesome with another woman, she's gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't fucking love me.
Wrong
However,
time.
closer to her ovulation, she's like, well, I have kind of been thinking about fucking another dick.
So when is the right time?
But
Yeah, I'm an anomaly. You know that. I'm an anomaly. So we'll do that for another day.
another day, yeah.
It's literally, no, I put it like this. I get even worse when it's like closer to the period. That desire and
No,
that.
but because your body wants to get pregnant. Your body is
No, thank
lusting
you.
after having a child with him, that it actually says, woman, I know that the ovulation is gone, but maybe there's a chance.
We have a
It
doggy dog.
happens, yeah.
We have a doggy dog.
I'm not having kids. Somebody actually asked me. I'm not going to have children.
Yeah, it's just certain, like, and that's okay. Like, you don't have to.
Have you got kids, Scarlett?
No. Like,
No
sometimes, though, like.
Settle
Mr.
down.
Rockstar, have you got any kids?
None that I'm aware of, no.
So please,
Okay.
if he is the father, don't contact us.
All right.
No, we're not
Exactly.
going to say jack shit. We're not answering.
Yes, sir. That's it.
Except if they're cute and they're like really nice behaved toddlers.
And would you ever want children? Is that just breaking off topic?
so-
Sorry.
Funny thing.
Because I've known you for a long time.
Yeah, funny
I've
thing
seen a
is-
journey, your whole journey.
I actually never wanted children. Never wanted.
Okay.
That was a thing in my previous marriage. Like, it was a thing on the first date. I was like, "There's 3 things you need to know about me.
Okay.
I'm super independent, and if you're a man that is going to be lower than me, I will intimidate you. So please just take the advantage and be like more. I want you to be more than me."
Yeah.
Second thing is like, I hate domestic things. I have a domestic worker. She'll clean. I'll cook. By all means. I don't have time
Cook.
to fucking do your washing and fold it and shit. I've got that covered. I've got a domestic and I don't want children. That's the 3 things.
Okay,
And
wow.
funny thing is, since I've met him, the desire has changed because I think there's a
He's the one.
essence. There's also essence of, first of all, being on birth control as a woman changes the men that you're attracted to completely. Because your body thinks it's pregnant, it will go for someone that's more feminine. Because when you're pregnant as a woman, you crave feminine, nurturing energy. You need more help. And that's often where couples fuck out, is when they go off birth control to have kids, and then all of a sudden the woman's like, I'm actually not attracted to this man at all. And then that's where it gets like
Yes.
rocky. So
Yes.
that really influences things. And I also think that safety of where a woman is, it didn't feel safe for me to have a child. Because I might have to look after the
Okay.
child on my own. So that's a lot to do. A lot of women that are choosing not to have children has a inherent wound, if it's a wound from themselves or from generations before them, of not feeling safe enough to have a child. And that could be in your genetics, like your ancestors had to flee because of war, or like you were Jew and you
Crazy
couldn't have
mom.
a child.
Crazy mom.
I've got a psycho mom.
Yeah. So there's all of these things that make it super complicated.
I'm
However,
learning.
like I'm
learning.
not like set out to have a child right now. So
Yes,
like,
yeah, no.
if I ever have
But
a child,
the little seed is
That's
there.
But I haven't seen you glow like this in a long time.
You have
Like
this
since
beautiful
forever.
glow about
Thank
you.
you.
Yes.
No, thank you. So I'm an effort to work through my own bullshit also, to realize that, relationship patterns continue, because if you don't deal with your own shit, like, you're gonna actually mirror it back in a relationship. And that's what I do, is like, I've done a lot of work on like relationships and how they work and how we mirror our childhood experiences and relationships. Kind of like scary when you start opening up that, and I was like, I'm dating my father or my mother or whoever. However, they're not actually at all them. You just set them up to act a certain way in a relationship so that you can have a certain thing met inside of you.
So I'm gonna say something now. When I was stuck in Canada,
Oh,
and I don't know if you can remember this.
I remember like your time there.
So when I was stuck in Canada, and I didn't know where to go, I didn't know what I was gonna do. I knew I had to come back to South Africa because the FBI wanted me in South Africa as well. So I
you need to
No,
tell me more
more
about
mad.
it.
I call him the FBI, the Popo.
Yeah.
No, because I missed the court date and I had a warrant for my
Oh.
arrest, and now
Ooh, what did you do?
I had a lot of shit going on.
You had a lot of fun in Canada.
Yes. So Can you remember that I actually messaged you?
Yes, yeah, I actually
And
told
I
him
said,
about it.
and I said, and I only told you about that 2 or 3 days ago. It popped into my head.
He
When
was
you
like,
said,
he was like,
you must remember, Scarlett's coming this Saturday, and I was like, you know what? She was one of the ladies that I messaged to ask to come and stay with.
And I would
Because
have
I
allowed
didn't know
it if
where
I
I
wasn't
was
getting
gonna stay.
divorced. Yeah, I was getting divorced at that
Yes.
moment in time, and I was just like, I'm just not
Nick,
in a place.
I've got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
there was a lot
followed
of
your.
shit.
There was a lot of shit going on. And I messaged about 3 other women.
Yeah.
And the one definitely wanted me to come stay there, but she was in Centurion.
Oh.
And my court
Who wants to
stuff
stay
and
there?
my court stuff and my popo stuff was happening in Boxford.
Yeah, so it's better.
So then the last person that I ever thought I'd end up was.
But see, it started with a no from me, and then
That's
ta-da!
that is how the universe
Works.
just works.
You know, that's it. I mean, at that very stage in time, I was like, fuck, I would have loved to, but like I was in such a weird situation with my own living in situation, because like my ex wouldn't have minded, and like we didn't have like a really hectic. It wasn't like a hectic. I fucking hate this guy and despise him. Otherwise, I would have most probably murdered him and taken the money for like the insurance. But just joking. Yeah, we actually
Just
really good friends now at the moment in time. So yeah, but that's how
We're
like
friends now.
yeah, we're good friends. Yeah,
Ex now, sorted.
Yeah, everything's
Okay.
sorted. Yeah, like and that
Alright.
was my aim from the beginning. We just grew apart. Like I mean, it happens.
Same,
Like,
same.
you want
Been
different
there, done that,
things.
Joe.
You want different things. It doesn't mean you stop loving someone. You just the relationship changes and it morphs. And if you just allow it to naturally be what it is, it actually becomes something nice. You don't have to hate each other.
That's it.
Because you loved each other at one stage. Why would you want to hate someone? I don't understand it. Like I don't.
me as well. It boggles my brain.
Yeah.
That people can feel like you've loved, but then
Yeah.
now you want to.
You never loved them.
And you want to harm that person.
You never loved them.
Thank
You
you very
never
much.
loved them to start with.
Thank-
Yeah.
You know what? It came back and Fiona stays here. You're like
Yeah.
one of the first people that actually know that. It's because I still love her.
Yes, you
But
care.
I love her in a different way.
Yeah, you care. You care.
And
for
you'll
her.
understand that.
Yeah.
I don't love her as a partner.
Yeah,
like,
that's fast, but there is a intricate place of yours that's like still.
always.
I call it positive ownership. So here's the thing: is like there's another trend that goes around of like we don't own each other and stuff, and that's the worst thing that we can do to each other. Think about your dog. You go like, this is my dog, my dog. So if your dog, if you don't feed him or you do something, you kick your fucking dog, you're gonna feel bad. You just hurt your thing.
Yeah.
Your house plant, you need to water your house plant. So how love works is you can't lose love. You can only love her because it's her. You can try and mimic that love of someone else, but because they're not her, you can't love them that way. So therefore, if you love multiple people, she never loses out because she's being loved the way she genuinely and authentically is. And if we don't take ownership of our friendship, like my best friend, because your connection is so unique with that person, no one can mimic it.
No.
So it's yours. If you don't take ownership of that connection, you can't look after it. You won't, because then you would do things that would innately, like, it would, like, hurt the other person. Because
It's
you don't
embracing
take
it.
ownership of it.
Embrace
They're
it.
not taking responsibility.
Yes, you have to claim something and say, this is mine. And we're in this because we have this connection and it's special. Everyone's connection and interaction with each other is
Unique.
fucking unique. Guys, stop stressing and being jealous. Like, this person's doing this.
Stop being jealous.
Literally, stop being jealous.
There we go.
Honestly,
Put
be
the base.
jealous. Just know what jealousy means.
Yes.
Jealousy
Teach
actually
us.
shows you.
Teach us.
Jealousy literally only shows you what you want more of in your life. If you're jealous of someone's house, it means you want a bigger fucking house.
So work for it.
Yeah, if you're jealous of someone's wife, then go look at why you're not happy with yours and then you change your course. Jealousy means that. And being anger means something needs to have a boundary or some boundaries being overstepped. People don't just get angry. People get angry when a boundary is being overstepped or a boundary should be set. And sometimes that boundary is with yourself also. Like, hey, enough of this bullshit. Like everything being judgmental means it's in your head mental. It means you are judging yourself. So you think other people are judging you. No. You are judging yourself based on someone else. You're using them as a mirror to show you where you want something or you don't like something of yourself. So every emotion is literally just something that's set in motion. Emotion, it's a frequency that's coming out of you to show you that there's something that you need to look at to guide you. So in relationships, if you actually get to know your emotions, you can go and say, oh, I see he's angry right now. Did I overstep a boundary, or is he does he need to set a boundary with me or himself or whatever. His boss. Sometimes his boss pisses him off, then he comes home and he's angry to his wife. It's because a boundary needs to be set somewhere else. Then the wife goes, oh, he's angry at me, now I'm going to be angry at him, and then this whole thing, because she wants to set a boundary and say, hey, when you're pissed off of your boss, please don't take it out on me. So it's this whole thing. Every emotion has its suitable place. If you just look at what's behind the emotion, it can literally steer you in the greatest growth ever. And that's how it's like everyone gets jealous sometimes. You sometimes like, why would I want? Why would I want that? And then when you look at it, you're like, oh, I just want that thing for myself. Yeah. Oh, I can get it. But see, being lazy and not enabling yourself causes you to blame other people. That's because they're fucknuts. That person's a fucknut. That's why I am not jealous for my own reasons. It's their fault.
It's like keyboard warriors.
I love them. I love them so much because like they just dig holes all the time, and it's not the nice ones. It's the ones that they bury themselves in.
Those beautiful humans gonna save your marriage and save your life.
Oh, don't say that. I can't save anyone. I can only save themselves.
It's gonna help you save yourself.
I can give them the little tube.
Yes.
The little tube, and I'll be like, swim, you're not gonna drown. I'm here. Don't worry. I'll guide you. I'll put the light on.
She's gonna whip you.
Whip you in the right direction.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes you need a good whipping to be like, oh my God, universe, fuck, I'm awake. And that's usually when most change happens. Is some people lose touch with themselves, the tantric connection to their own intimacy, so much that it takes disease, someone dying, or losing something to truly wake up and make a change. And some people never wake up, and they eventually die because they are unable to create an intimate connection with themselves.
That's crazy.
It's sad. It's really sad where people go because they've lost touch with themselves, and then they seek it in other people, and then they want to be intimate with other people, but they need to be first to open up that mirror. Yeah.
So you experienced that because think about it. You went to Canada. You lost a part of yourself. He experienced things that he had never experienced before, like for instance depression and things like that. And then coming back,
I was on the brink of killing myself and going crazy. I thought I was literally going crazy.
I know that feel. I also tried to.
I saw,
yeah. It was like that time.
And the whole world's against me.
And
sure.
You took one step at a time. And
that's
it's only I came into your life, you came into mine, and now you came into her life,
and she came into mine.
Came into it all.
I look like I was don't let the hair fool you. It dumps the fire over here.
That is so awesome.
No, do you know what it is? It's like there's also this thing that I hear so often: you cannot love someone else except when you love yourself. That is the biggest bullshit ever.
So you can't love somebody?
Or if you don't until you love yourself. You know that saying?
Oh yeah. Okay.
So firstly, you cannot deal with relationship like trauma or whatever you're going through outside of relationship. You cannot fix or heal what happened in abusive relationship, childhood, everything, without having the relation of someone else close to you. So you can only deal. You can do inner work as much as what you want. As soon as you step into a relationship, relationships are mirrors. They will always bring you things to the surface. Every person, the cashier, your boss, everyone will bring something up in you that's natively not been. You can't see it. You need that soundboard. So because of that, also universal energy. Love is universal energy. In my lowest times of my life, I was still able to love. I could still give it back. So the reason why they want you to believe that you're unlovable when you're down and low is because it isolates you. First of all, you feel like you cannot receive love, and that is the biggest fucking bullshit. You can love someone when they're in their darkest, deepest place. You can still love them. So you then take yourself away, and then what do? You have vices. You buy things, you consume. If it's porn, if it's drinks, if it's friends, if it's sex, if it's TV, if it's food, you then start consuming. So they want you to feel that you are not lovable.
And that you don't deserve it in a way.
Yes, and then guilt and shame gets triggered. Oh, it's so shameful, this thing that I'm going through, because now I'm secretly like indulging in porn too much. Oh, I'm even more unlovable. You start isolating more on the computer, more on the things. And then the algorithm on Facebook and stuff tracks you. They're very fucking smart. They'll then all of a sudden, your ex pops up on your timeline. Ridiculous with your best friend in a photo or whatever, and you're like, what? And then what? Pops up the ad of the thing that you like to do, gambling or this or that, and then it catches you because it knows your patterns on the internet. It knows when you start. Like Tinder is really good with degrading people and creating fake profiles to score you down because they are collecting your data that feeds back into other places where they're selling a product to you because they know how you feel.
They know what your tastes are.
Yes,
You
it's
must-
And then
It's a whole thing. It's a whole
This
thing.
is crazy.
Yeah.
I've always thought it was there. You know,
Yeah.
to hear it from somebody else.
Yeah, no, like it's
it's a
if
good
people
feeling,
know.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then it's obviously where we see change in ourselves is where we can break the pattern in a healthy way.
The only way to do it is
Break
for each
the
other.
pattern.
It's
Yeah.
literally relation. You have to be in relation. Humans are designed to be together. If you think about it, if we grew up in more of a community structure, a child would have multiple dads and moms.
Yes.
Because his dad might be one of those that had to go and hunt and go out, but then the guy who's making the spears or whatever in town would be the father. The kids would come and learn with him and everything. Women would have each other. So you would have a very rich place where all of your basic needs as a child was met because you had different people
Because
needing
the
them.
love was all around.
But
and
now
not
we are
just-
taught we only have mommy and daddy, and that's why when they get divorced and they split up, it is this massive thing. Because how is my needs going to be met? Who's going to love me?
Yeah.
Who's going to show me you had zero community? So then you look for partners, and then you put them on a pedestal. And you say, you will make me happy in all ways that I have, because it's the only model I have for love. And then we start possessing each other. It's like, you mine. You will look after all of my needs, and then that person is going to literally falter at it because you cannot fulfill everyone's need. You need your best friend to unlock this thing. And if you look at it, every experience with another human being, your partner gets unlocked. A new level gets unlocked. So you actually get to experience them in a way that you can never unlock. So you actually grow with them because you have now a different version of this person. His best friend brings out the best in him. So when he comes back, he's different.
Yes.
And then you activate that and you can take that. So we are thinking about love in this constrained place because we didn't have enough love and support as a child. And it wasn't our parents' fault. They come from generations where they didn't have love and support. I mean, men went to war, the fucking aunties had to create bombs and things weren't safe. Like shit was happening. Your parents did the best that they knew they could do. And blaming them, it's like, it's a sad thing. We can't, because they didn't know better. You don't know how to walk until you crawl, and then that kind of happens, and you fuck up, and then you're like, maybe I shouldn't walk with things in my hands, and you learn as you go. And now we're in an age where we can look at things and be like, I actually have better knowledge. I can choose to be different, and that's how you break generational patterns, and you actually break the hurt, because it stops with you. You know, just because you treated me a certain way doesn't mean I need to continue doing that to other people.
It's like that whole thing of where men will generalize women when they've had a bad experience with a woman, and then vice versa.
Vice versa, yeah. Psychos.
Not
You
all
was
women
just
are
confused.
not all women are the same, and not all men are the same.
No. Some are just assholes also. If you look at it.
I've been an asshole then for saying certain things because I just didn't know the cycle.
No, but also you came from your inner child.
I'm sorry.
You also came from your inner child. You
Yes.
had that inner child. We all have that child inside of us, and the thing is that child doesn't trust you as an adult because you as an adult hasn't showed up for the smaller part in you. So it's the whole dynamic. People think you're one thing. You're actually many. If you had an addiction, that part of you would always be part of you because you did the drugs because it served you at that moment in time. It gave you some kind of comfort. So if you're going to go and say that is wrong, you're literally splitting yourself apart. And you are at war with who you are. If you can see what the need was. And a lot of times it's a need of, like, let's say, connection. You did cocaine because now you got out of your bubble and could speak to girls more. Like, so if you see that and you see, oh, it's a need for connection, you can then join an online knitting group. I don't know. Find connection in other ways, find healthy ways to supplement it. But at that very moment in time, you didn't know how to, or you like get a coach that builds your confidence. You didn't, at that time, you had zero tools because you go to school, which is fucking pointless. You get out of school, you know fucking zero about life. You can do math, great. You can read, nice. But can you do your taxes? No. Can you date someone? No. You literally walk out and you don't know anything. And then you look at yourself that fucked up and you're like, fuck you. That thing, you fucked up. You didn't know better. I know better now, so now I hate you. And then it's like, wow, you're still the same person. It's still the same thing. So you have to look at the dynamics of, like, you actually a very complicated, muddled onesie, fleshy onesie with a soul still there that can't communicate necessarily directly. It's so complicated, and we're trying to oversimplify things, especially oversimplify like relationships and sex. It's like sex is also fucking complicated. Things like fetishes literally is connected to trauma.
Have you got a fetish?
Do I have a fetish?
Yes.
Like
Pick one.
okay, so I used to get really turned on by a specific sound.
Serious?
Yeah, a specific sound. So I worked at Bavaria, the beer company, when they were still here, and I kind of like basically landed a job as a national accountant for the cash debits and credits department because I actually just wanted free beer. Let's be honest.
You see, it's the beer.
I could bribe anyone with beer.
This is South Africa.
Yeah. And I used to have to go and fetch like the money and put it in the vault, and it was like a bunch of keys, big bunch of keys. And I just love hearing that sound.
Seriously?
Yeah, like
a whole bunch of keys.
Yeah, like a whole bunch of the sound. Yeah, just and up until today, I still walk with bells. I'll have my cat ears with bells, or I like the sound of things. That there's something in it that activates kundalini, maybe movement, energetics inside of me. And then like bondage is a thing. Like I like being tied up. Yeah,
Serious?
Yeah, I like being
That's
tied up.
shibari.
Yes.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, and he's quite good at it.
Serious?
Yeah.
Mr. Rockstar is a shibari artist.
Yes, we've got an up and coming workshop where we use bondage and intimacy to create more communication between
the trust.
Yes.
So you
Can't be tied up.
You was
to
like
trust the person.
try
Yeah.
Scarlett out, and then she can't move.
Yeah, and then
Okay, she's like it.
And that's the thing is, it's like
Here we go.
my whole
But
time.
without it being like that.
Yeah,
the person's mercy.
Wow,
It's a
that's
bit of a weird
insane.
one. It's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah, like
The
bondage
trust.
itself is about giving trust to someone. And
Yes.
my whole entire life, I grew up in a way where I had to be the stronger sister. I had to look after myself. Being in my masculine quite a lot as a woman, having to look after myself, doing things, and the whole thing of finding someone to trust enough to be able to not do anything is a
Be
big
vulnerable.
thing. And that's how the fetish works. So all fetishes really goes deeper into understanding yourself, because there's something that sparks something, and you're using your creative energy to transmute that trauma. And that's how sex is therapy, is you transmuting it. It's not an ugly thing.
Yes.
It's you working, you processing something. And that's why like also I would love to do the whole dominant submissive role thing, but you have to do it right. People getting the kink completely confused, and they're actually abusing each other in it because they're reliving trauma. To really be a submissive and to be a dominant, like a feature in each other's lives, it goes broad spectrum, inside and outside of the bedroom. And it's also, it's submissive submits in full power. They do not give power away, because the dom can't be in charge without the submissive being in control. So they're both in full power. And that's what makes it so rich and so much more richer. It's because if she does not trust you, you have to gain the trust as the dom. Not force her into submission or him, because that's trauma. So people trauma bond because they're reliving their childhood of being too much in control or too little in control. And that's the whole thing. And then they're damaging each other actually, because they have no fucking idea what they're doing. And then like it's traumatizing. Kinks can be traumatizing. You can really, if it goes fucking pear-shaped, it goes fucking pear-shaped.
And that's I've actually seen it. Some people that have they've gotten into will say the fet life, the fetish life. Yes, you can see how they've like some of them have brought out a much darker side in them.
That's
And it's like okay,
Dark is not necessarily bad, because kundalini works on dark energy, but it's trauma.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like more like the
I've learned a lot.
Does not look really well. Some people just go really down the dark side. It's like,
It's dark.
like wait, no, come to
it's not good for you. Like, I don't know what's happening there, but something's happening. Your demons are definitely not being exercised in the right way. Like,
you see, they have to be exercised in the right way.
Yeah. You just have to find the thing that the demon like and exercise the demon. There we go.
Running water.
No, triple, dude. Come on.
Tire them out. Get to understand it, because we all have like light and shadow, and it's like at night that's feminine energy. The moon is feminine, and at night time is the only time that things really grow, and it's the most dangerous time, because that's when predators and things come out. So women aren't light and fluffy. We are dark, mysterious. We are like the dangerous zone, and like a lot of people are trying to sell women that's this everything. Men are light. Masculine energy is the sun. It's energy. It gives. It fucking charges all of the plants, and when the moon and stuff is up, that's when the growth spurt comes out, because there's not anything given to it.
I never saw it that way.
Yes.
So
But it makes so much sense
everything in
because
life-
plants and all that start to
even
Oh,
us as
wow.
humans.
Yeah, and that's masculine, feminine energy.
But at night,
photosynthesis or whatever that word is. Yes.
Yeah, at night you come down, you
you
sit
calm.
with you, and if you think about the moon, the moon's got many faces. The same
Depending
as a
on
woman's
what she's
cycle.
receiving
The
from
cycle's
sun.
literally with the moon. We are in touch, and a woman changes with the moon phases because our energy is flowy. Women are flow, and all of our men are doers. Like they are there, they are the structure. They can destroy things if they want to, and that's also a man that gets to work with his sexual energy. If he can balance that, the difference between. See, it's difficult for people because desire is also the motivator to create things. So if you don't fully understand your sexual desire, you can't actually use desire properly in your life outside. So if you're not exploring your sexuality and you're suppressing it, you won't make much of your life.
Explore yourself.
Yes, put your hands in your pants.
Yeah. Put them in the pants. Put them in the pants.
And that's the thing, yeah.
If you don't know, some people they literally
They've never looked. Some people have never looked.
They
Even
don't,
I've done it. How did you not be like, what is that? How does it work?
This one will sit with a mirror
Yes.
with your legs behind the
Yeah.
shoulders and pluck the hairs and
I twist
You
myself.
need to
And
know what's
treasure.
going on.
And I
So
like
that's-
if I see something what's going on there, okay, I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Like, no,
You will need to know, though, with it. Like,
Yeah.
you see a woman, or like, it's a very sensitive area there. Like,
no, but it's like even like looking at your toes, your own toes. You look at yourself.
yeah, you have to take care of yourself. Your vehicle.
Look at yourself.
Your
Touch
vehicle, that's
yourself.
it. You
Yeah.
get to
Look
service.
at your vehicle.
So that's what you're doing. It's just to servicing
I'm
your vehicle.
servicing.
It's like people
Keep
look,
the tires.
yeah,
There we
get to
go.
your car, your tires flat, and you're just like, oh wow, I'm just gonna climb in it, can't even see this, it's giving you the warning, why, and they're like, it'll be fine. It's fine, everyone, I'm fine.
And that's
not
when
in the
people
false
hit
leg.
like a massive crash, and they're like, "But no, but what did I do?
Yeah, it's
You
like,
did it.
no,
You
or,
did it.
Or they'll turn around and say, you could have told me my tire was flat.
But I did."
Yeah, and then just go around telling people that their tires are flat and see how well that works out for you.
Yeah. People are like, my tire is not flat.
It is
I will
not flat,
show
okay?
you.
Watch me drive!
Into a wall. There goes the fucking whole wheel.
And then it was your fault because you made me try and prove my bloody tire.
Yeah, it's your fault. Why did you make me do that? You should have stopped me. Stop. Why, guys? Can we just stop blaming each other? It's like, that's how it works. Like, everything starts with the self. And it's like, if you look at relationships and sex, and if your sex is not working well, you have to, like, kind of take responsibility for your own, like, orgasm and your own pleasure with your partner. You can't go like, starfish, okay, now it's all on you, man.
Yeah.
You will
Yes.
please me, and I will please you. And then, like, when they don't, you're quite upset. It's like, you first of all take ownership of your own sexuality. Like, a woman needs to be comfortable enough to say to a man, like, listen, oh, it's not. Sometimes we're just not gonna orgasm. We're thinking about all sorts of other things, and the pressure's on, and it's actually not the man's fault. We're just in multiple dimensions
Or
at the
give
same
him
time.
shit because he can't ejaculate or
Yeah.
It happens
No, I
sometimes.
don't know
he's
why.
stressed out.
And then it puts more stress on a man. He's like, why can't I come? And then he's like,
And then he won't come.
I read the other
Literally,
day.
like,
Performance exercise is a thing.
It's a reality in that sense.
And then Rob's like, you don't love me because you're not on anymore. It's like a whole thing. And I actually read on, I follow this group, Confessions. I love reading the confessions of
heard
the
about that.
younger people. I give quite good advice there. I'm getting impressed with myself. And someone's like, the other day, a guy, he's like, I had to fake an orgasm. So he spit on her back and he quickly grabbed his shirt and he wiped it off. I was like, shame, why do you have to, why didn't you just tell her, like, listen, yeah,
That's
I'm not,
crazy.
I can't come. The woman would be like, great, let's go for round two. Yeah.
No, it's like maybe just take a break. Let's just come down to
That's okay, because you in it for the experience, and I think that's also what tantra like gets you to focus on. It's about the experience, about touching each other, being intimate. It's not the end goal to necessarily ejaculate.
Yeah.
That's like, it means it's done. For most people, that's where it ends. So, like, if you're not going to sit in the experience, you're just going to think about
Yeah.
coming. You're not being present with your partner. You're not there. You have an end goal, and that's all that you're focused on. And then that's where intimacy is lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we went to see one of our friends, you might know her as well, Nikki Nix. Vixen.
Yeah, Vixen. Yeah, I
Nikki,
did.
she
Yeah.
does those massages and all the tantric stuff as well.
Yeah.
And I was talking to her about a few things and this and that and life and having issues sometimes I'm coming, but there's nothing coming out. She says, no, but you're coming with your mind.
Yeah, but it goes into your pineal gland.
Yes.
That's what
She
you need to
says,
practice.
Nick, it's not just the stuff coming out of your dick.
It's
You
literally
idiot.
you are
Yes.
you
Yes, like
so you're pulling it
like
up
that
into
way.
your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so your heart is your massive thing there. Is most men are blocked off from their heart chakra. So if your center and your heart chakra is not open, it's your energetic field can't draw anything up to your higher levels. Women are very intuitive. We from the stars downwards, and men are from the basic upwards. So if men's hearts aren't open, the shield that you wear, like people think it actually saves you, it doesn't. If you wear a shield, you are blocking your energetic field from the universe. So the universe can't feel your authentic frequency and can't send you what you need or desire. So if that's closed, you can't have that experience. So you were sitting in
Yes.
your heart when you ejaculated and you didn't come, you literally took it up into your spinal fluid, into your pineal gland, because your heart was open enough for you to draw that energy up into the place where it needs to go.
And I can feel my whole body's coming. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Even as women,
And
I
it's
mean,
nothing, yeah.
the experience.
That's a woman experience.
It's
like,
an amazing feeling, and I still told you, and we had to
Yes.
hear it from Nick as well.
yeah, that's right. I thought I was fucking crazy because I was told
yes,
there
that
was
is
something
wrong,
wrong.
but it isn't.
Right, well, it's unusual,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean bad.
It wasn't always unusual. It was actually kind of something that men knew at one stage, and then some dick somewhere was like, I can't control men if they're like, and then they took away the knowledge. They buried it for a long time, and it's ancient knowledge.
And then also now there's this whole misconception where semen retention is no fap. Not the case.
It's not the same.
You know, no fap.
No, please explain because
Okay, so no fap is when you don't,
When you
in order to make yourself come, right? So you say,
okay.
okay, I'm gonna retain my sexual energy, therefore I'm not gonna touch myself. I'm not gonna be touched.
You need to
This is where the Buddhists fall into that trap.
Oh,
Because suddenly all sex, all sexuality, everything is taboo.
yeah, and then
Yeah,
you
so
don't
it's
actually
this
use
carnal
They
thing.
have to be,
Yeah, celibates. Not celebrate. I think it was a lack of mistranslation then, you know?
Okay, we get yourself a drink. Would you like a water or something?
I would love water.
Excuse me, 2 seconds then.
I would like to wet myself.
yeah,
Yeah, there's tea.
Intimacy with yourself or your partner or
Yes.
whatever it is, that's the same as semen retention, but this is not the case because in order for there to be semen retention, you need the semen. You need your body to produce the semen. You need your body to produce more semen than usual
And
so
that's
that you have
where-
that pressure to
Actually, go and create
to
something.
actually create something. But it doesn't work if you just like you don't desexualize your life completely. You know don't open. I'm not saying that you should get to sexuality or whatever.
No, there's a fine line,
from
everyone.
media
But
or
it's
whatever.
like the advice we're giving is not from a medical practitioner.
Yeah, also, yeah,
Disclaimer.
Guys, look, you know the drill. If you don't like what you hear, like even in the first
If
Yeah.
it doesn't work,
just-
don't blame us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't blame
there
us.
we go.
But do things at your own risk.
So that's where I would say foreplay comes in. Yes.
100%.
Foreplay is so good.
Stimulation, and it's not only 5 minutes before you want to start. It's a whole day.
Starts with coffee brew. I'm telling you.
I like that.
Coffee.
I like this rock star. Makes a lot of sense there. That
It makes coffee to
that's
me.
brilliant.
Yeah, like
Seriously.
because it's something I value in the mornings, is having my cup of coffee, having my ritual, doing meditation and stuff. So then he brings me coffee, and sometimes he moans about it, but it's fine. Then I'll just do it myself.
Joburg winters. You know,
Yeah.
what do you want from me? I'm clearly from a summer like, you know what I mean, environment, and then here I am.
Stop complaining.
Anyways.
I've been so thankful that I've told you when you brought me coffee or whatever. It means so much to me.
No.
Yeah.
It's like a thing. It's like
Yes.
those smaller things that we do in like,
Those
especially with a woman. A woman needs a little bit of time to heat up. She's like a fucking diesel engine. You can't just fucking ride the cock out of her. She needs to put her on
Diesel
there.
engine.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Of all
Sorry.
things.
She needs a warm up.
She needs a warm up. No.
Makes lots of noise, you know, the
Yeah.
couples and
Yeah. So like the thing is, it
Wow.
starts with that. So if you actually want to like get home and be lucky, like think about it throughout the day.
Be lucky.
Send a text
Yeah.
thinking about you. You know?
Thinking about you.
Take luck out of it.
What
Do
can I
more.
do tonight for you to ease up your schedule?
Little notes,
Right?
maybe.
Yeah, like take her out for dinner, maybe, or like arrange dinner so she doesn't have to cook for the kids and everything. And then like say to her, go and have a bath, like relax, but I got you tonight. Then she's like having a little bit of a moment to just fucking breathe because she had the kids and the boss and the this and the that.
To play
And
with
then,
the shower head.
Yeah, and a lot of times like sex is just being asked for in the wrong context, and we're not considering each other because
Yeah.
we are horny now. And we need to be serviced, and it's again that inner child, the needs. Me, I need my needs met, and you will provide for me. Where we're not showing up, and that's again where Tantra comes in, where we actually feel each other. we connect with each other and we sit and breathe, not say anything, and you have a moment where you can have true intimacy, because that's actually when you like going to die and like your husband's there, you're not going to remember every time you fucking orgasm with him. No, not the maybe. Like maybe that would be like the mine would be like fucking quick before I die. Check one last time, please. One last time. Yeah, it would be the moments of how we showed up for each other. Like, and that's the thing. It's like love and intimacy is much more than just physical touch and fucking.
Yeah.
It's great.
I hope you got that.
That's like the cherry on the cake, guys. But if you
Yeah.
can build a relationship where you're not defined by what you do for each other, but who you are for each other, and that's when like you really have the best sex ever. That's when it like flourishes, because then you like feel supported in all ways, and a woman needs to feel supported. If she doesn't feel safe and supported, she's gonna struggle to put out and open for you. Like a woman's vagina is like a flower; it needs to blossom. And if it doesn't feel, if it's not being nurtured and it's not being given what it is, it's not open. She's not gonna open for you. And then women force themselves to open because they feel bad, guilt and shame. I have to be there for my husband. And then the whole thing, and then resentment builds, and you don't know what, and she doesn't, and then you get divorced, and then bam, it was easy. Just look at what is external from what you want.
That is crazy. I like the flower.
Yes, she
Yoni.
opened up
Like
like
a
Yoni.
flower. Orchid, you know?
All that was like very very difficult to look after. I wouldn't say every woman.
Very
Well, I
difficult.
mean,
You
there's
only
another
kill about
similarity.
50 of those damn things.
Well, that's why there's so many different flowers.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Oh my word, okay, this was a very interesting
so
topic.
much I love.
I've learned so much.
And I hope you guys learned something as well. Like, and had fun at the same time.
Yeah.
Laugh and enjoy yourself and
I used to have fun at this one.
build the intimate connection with yourself.
Even if it's at us. Just
Yeah, laugh at us. It's okay. It's okay. You can
And
laugh.
like and subscribe, man. And if you want to ask questions, you just ask them. Don't be shy.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe to our TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah.
Twitter. Then you can watch the full episode, because you know you're only going to get a snippet here right now, because we have to make you want more and more.
That's it.